Settlement in Nigeria. Who is to blame? The giver of the settlement or the receiver of the settlement? Come with me, guys. Let's hear what people have to say about this.
Both the giver and the receiver are to be blamed.
The person that gives.
To me, both of them are to be blamed.
It is both, because it's as if they have like-minded. They are like-minded.
The person actually given actually has an ulterior motive of why it's given. It could be either positive or negative.
For me, I think both parties. Bribery as a whole, it's something that has to do with both parties. I think the both of them are to be blamed.
Both the giver and the receiver.
Okay.
The receiver is to be blamed.
Both the giver and the receiver. If there's no someone to collect the bribe, then there will not be someone who will be giving this thing. So both of them need to be blamed. At least if I know my work that yes, I was asked not to collect bribe, then no matter how, no matter the situation, whether it's the family issue, my personal issue, I do not supposed to collect the bribe. And also, as a citizen of Nigeria, if I know my right, I don't need to bribe someone before having access to do what I want to do.
Okay, why?
Yeah, the giver has an intention. The receiver also has an intention. So if the giver has something to gain in return, he doesn't mind giving even more than required from the receiver. And if the receiver does not have the intention of using that bribe for his or her personal gain, I don't think the receiver will receive it. Do you understand? So one thing is, and maybe some persons will say the giver, but I think both parties.
When someone wants to bribe the person, and when you give it to the person, if he doesn't want it, if you don't have that kind of mind, he will not collect it. So if they are not like-minded, they will never compatible. They won't compatible. So automatically both are to be blamed.
I think we cannot misquote gratitude for bribery. Okay. You might send it to somebody and the person tends to show appreciation. We cannot term that one as bribery. However, it's of two scenarios. You can never say giving or the person taking. It depends on the motive of the giver or the receiver.
You will actually place the blame on one person per se. So if the other person does not want it to happen, there is no bribery. But I would say it's the receiver, that's the bribee. Because where are your morals, basically, for you to reject stuff that is not right? Yeah.
The giver at times is not really their total fault, because if you are pursuing something and you discover that they are not ready to give you, they say you must give something and you actually need that thing. So in most cases you got to do it in order to get what you want.
If you don't give me, I cannot receive. And if you give me and I refuse to collect, you force me on it.
If I give to you, you reject it. Next time I will not come again. So, but if I give to you, you accept it, it means you're encouraging me to come back.
I did it when I'm in school. Sometimes, in order to get what you want, sometimes but I know inside me, I know that that is not, that is wrong. But just in order to get what I want, I have to bribe the lecturer, and which is not good. It is the way the country has turned to be. That is why people dance according to the tune. When you're looking for contract, even when you want to collect a result, even when you want to do a legit something, people once if you didn't give them money, they'll frustrate your effort. And probably that might affect what you are doing. So in order to balance the equation, at times you got to just give them anything to get what you want and achieve what you have.
We are all Nigerians. I have.
So you keep watering grounds?
Yes, I don't wish to do that, but before you get some favors in Nigeria, I believe you know what I'm talking about. You need to water the ground.
But in the kind of society we are, for you not to be roaming about on the streets. You have your money to pay in and then work. You can work. It's a bribe anyway.
Well, I wouldn't call that bribery. I would call that money working. Like when you just want to cut in line. I don't think that's bribery as long as nobody's getting hurt.
There's no bribery in Nigeria. I mean, police officers with 4 kids send their children to university and earn 100,000 naira, where each of their tuition fee costs about 150. How you expect them to pay that? Of course, you have to feed that. You're just making up the shortfall from the salary, and contribute towards a pension. Then when they go to the university, they give their own bribe. Everyone just keep paying around. It's a collective system that assuage the economy where there are shortcomings. So there's no bribery in Nigeria. It's a way of life.